Welcome to the EWC breakdown for Tuesday, May 31st, 2022, and I myself, Drew Skyberg, am back for yet another Tuesday morning talking about everything going on here in the Eastern Wisconsin Conference, and with track sectionals ending, and now we have track state coming up later this week. I mean, this is busy times in the EWC, and we got a lot to talk about in this episode, and we'll start with golf here, very brief, due to not having a lot of golf information right now. We do know Sheboygan Falls was the conference winner, and we did talk about the all-conference golf team last week. So, I mean, just a brief golf update there. Not much I know right now. Waiting for Gulf State, to see state qualifiers when we have those. And with that, I mean, let's get into the busy part in this episode, track, right? Track sectionals taking place. I did my best to gather all the track state qualifiers from all the different sectionals that took place, involving the EWC, but mostly it was the Little Shoot one. So that's kind of where we were looking at. And the top four in each event at sectionals, they earned state berths. There was an exception, though, even though I do mention the top four make it. The Kiel girls 4x800 relay, so they got a fifth place finish, and they were granted an extra qualifier exemption as their time of 9:59.49 was among the top 10 times in the state, and therefore they got seeded 7th. So that happened for them as well, and there you go. You don't see that every day at a track sectional, but for the Kiel's girls 4x800 relay, they did in fact make it with a 5th place finish. So Other qualifiers remain. Franzetti of New Holstein qualified, and she placed second in the pole vault. And then also we had for Kiel, Hallie Meyer made it. She was first in the high jump. And then what happened was she also got fourth in the high hurdles. Jocelyn April's third place time, she finished at 2:25.85. She'll go to state as well. And then for Kiel, the 4x400 relay of Pierce Arns, Chaz Blanky, Trey Bartz, and Eric Reeby, they took third at Little Shoot with a time of 3:32.20, and they'll be going to state as well. And then I got some more state qualifiers here. Emmett Crowder of Sheboygan Falls, we've mentioned his name, it seems, a lot here. He took second in that sectional for the 100-meter dash. And then also, for girls, we had Addie Wenzel. She took 5th, so she just missed out by a spot there. She PR'd, time of 12:81. And then we also had, for the 200-meter dash, Emmett Crowder made it there as well. And then for the 400 meters, there was no qualifiers between boys and girls in this sectional for the EWC teams. As I mentioned, Jocelyn April, she did in fact qualify for the 800-meter dash in this sectional. And then the 1600-meter dash, Shane Griepentrog of Valders took first. Clay Taylor took second. And then for girls, Michaela Helling, she took second in this event, and she'll be going to state as well. In the 3200-meter, Anna Gallagher, she took third in this event. She'll be going to state. Michaela Helling, she won the event for the Two Rivers Raiders with a school record, or season record as well. And then, Shane Griepentrog won this event too by 34 seconds. And then Clay Taylor took second in the event. And then Alex Metcalf of Brilliant, he took third. So top three there were EWC finishers. And then, to go to hurdles, right, we mentioned Hallie Meyer. She'll be going to state in that event. And then also in the 300-meter hurdles, Summer Strasner out of Sheboygan Falls qualifies with a second-place finish. And then Allison Kakis took 4th in that event for girls. The relay, the 4x100 relay, consisting of a team Nathan Jackson, Austin Phillips, Chase Mathias, and Blake Reese. They took first in the event. They'll be going to state. And then also 100-meter, or the 4x100 relay with Carson Miller, Reed Federer, Carter Croft, and Emmett Crowder out of Sheboygan Falls. They tied for third here, so they'll be going to state as well. A few more here before we wrap up for track. Two Rivers 4x200 relay, they made it to state, finishing first. Then Brilliant had a team of 4x200 relay that took fourth. They'll be going to state as well. And then we also had that 4x400 relay team I mentioned from Kiel's going. They took third. And then we have the 4x800 relays. We had a Valor's squad that took fourth. They'll be going to state. And then we also mentioned the Kiel team. They will be as the fifth place exception there. For shot put, we had Christian Piles out of Two Rivers. He took third, a freshman there. And then also we had for discus, we had Alexa Zimney out of Two Rivers. She took fourth in the event. High jump, Dustin Kerwin took third. Hallie Meyer took third as well. And then pole vault, Luke Rissy won the event out of Valders, a senior. For boys, he'll be going to state. And then, as we mentioned, Romaine Franzetti, she PR'd at the event. She took second. She'll be going as well. And then Addie Wenzel took second in the long jump, and that does wrap up the track results. So congrats to all of our state qualifiers. You guys are representing the EWC, and you're going to do it well, and go have fun at state later this week. So with that, let's go into the world of baseball, and we got to talk about the playoff updates here, the regionals that took place. Chilton was, in fact, the conference winner. They went 14-0, undefeated in conference, and we got to go over the playoff results then that took place, right? So we do have some results in. So Brilliant, they did beat Manitowoc Lutheran in that playoff game. They won 3-1. Campbell Sport wins over Two Rivers 9-1. Mishicot beats Roncalli 4-1, and then New Holstein, they blanked Valders 4-0. So those four teams, Brilliant, Campbell Sport, Mishicot, and New Holstein, are moving on. And let's go to the bracket, right? We have Kiel. Kiel will be playing Campbell Sport in the 3-2 game. The winner of that game will play either Denmark or Plymouth. And that is, these games are going to be taking place tonight. And so Kiel will be going to Campbell Sport later today for that game. And that's in Division 2, keep in mind. So we got to go to Division 3, right, to find the other teams. Because that's how it is. Everyone's in different places this year. Brilliant. They are the 4 seed. Yep, they beat Lutheran, as we said. They have to go to Southern Door, and that'll be later tonight. I don't have a time for it, sadly, but they'll be playing there, and then the winner of that game will either face Mishicot or Kewanee. And then also, we got to go to the other sectionals in Division 3, and that's where we find New Holstein, the 3 seed. They beat, as we said, Valders 4-0. They play Howard's Grove. Winner of that game will play Chilton, the 1 seed, or Cedar Grove, Belgium, the 4. So that's where you'll find them. And with that, that wraps up the baseball talk here. Nice and brief. We got to talk about playoffs still in softball as well. We do know some regional champs in the world of softball. Valders pulls off the upset over Chilton. Chilton and Two Rivers both won they were co-conference champs, I believe, unless there was a tiebreaker decided. They both finished 12-2 in conference. And with that, Valders, they did beat Chilton there for regional 6-3. That was a big win for the Vikings. They lost last year against Chilton, I believe, in the regional final. And this year they redeem it. They get the win. New Holstein then beats Winnebago Lutheran Academy 10-4. They're also are the regional champs then as well. And let's talk about the girls softball tournament. So what happened was, as we said, Valor's the 4, goes to Chilton, beats the 1, and then they will now be playing at Watoma against the 2 seed. And then, so that will be a good game there. And then we also have, New Holstein, with them winning, they go play now at home against Laconia. So they'll be playing Laconia, the 8th seed. So what happened? How this happened? Laconia, they beat Kiel 13-0 in 5 innings. Then they got to go to Campbell Sport. They beat the 1 seed Campbell Sport 4-3. Then they got to go to Mayville. They beat Mayville then 7-6 in 8 innings. So Now they got to go to Holstein at 4:30. This game takes place again tonight as well. And then the winner of this game, they're going to go to the Oriole Athletic Complex in North Fond du Lac. And they'll be playing either Racine Lutheran or Dodgeland Huddersfield. So that is how it works right now in softball. This is going to be good, right? You can see Laconia, the 8 seed, pull it off, or you can see New Holstein out of the EWC, the 2 seed, move on here, and that's some exciting stuff. That'll be a great game, I'm sure. And with that here, let's go to the world of soccer. And with that, there's not much to share as the bracket I read last week. I mean, none of those games have been played yet. We do have, I believe, the co-conference champs in Sheboygan Falls and Kiel, unless, again, there's another tiebreaker that I am not made aware of. But both teams finished 7-0-1 in conference, and then Falls finishes 15-1-2 overall. Kiel finishes 17-0-2 overall. So both of those schools are going to go far in the playoff. But yeah, as we mentioned, those games are taking place then. We mentioned Tuesday. Two Rivers has that play-in basically to play the one against Little Chute at Little Chute, and that's at 7 o'clock it says. But then all the other games on Thursday, those playoff ones are either 4 o'clock or 7 p.m. is what I'm seeing. So I don't know if they'll move those up due to maybe if fields don't have lights, but we'll have to wait and see. So we'll keep you guys updated. Next week is going to be a busy episode. We'll have those results. We'll have more softball, more baseball. Hopefully the Gulf State qualifiers. We'll be able to read track results or talk more about the state meet, how that went. And yeah, with that, we're going to wrap up here on this Tuesday morning. Drew Skyberg signing off after this brief EWC breakdown. So thank you all for listening to yet another episode of Jordan and Drew, the Sports Crew, the perfect podcast for you.